Good morning, YouTube. This is Bob Plackno reporting to you from my comfy abode right here in Chicago, Illinois. Good morning, everyone. It is 7:11 a.m. on Thursday, February 18th, 2016. As you may or may not know, Bob is doing well. Bob is still sober. I figured I would keep you guys and gals abreast of my situation. Well, let me back up to my demise. Alright. Started drinking when I was a young lad, a fairly young lad, 18 years old. I am now 38. That is 20 years of severe, damaging, and catastrophic drinking. I am sorry to say that my drinking career started with my father, and not to bad mouth my father by any means. He is just old school, alright? In the present time, he is a senior citizen. He grew up in the 1950s and witnessed and was present for a lot of parties, whether they be in a household or at a local tavern. I believe some of his relatives were even tavern owners back in the old neighborhood. The old neighborhood meaning you don't want to live there anymore. It is a ghetto. Okay? It's coming back. The east end of the neighborhood is coming back, I might add. The yuppies are moving in. The yuppies have been moved in. The yuppies have already landed. And property taxes and real estate costs, you know, how much a house costs has skyrocketed in recent years. So back to my addiction, which is alcohol. Okay? So beer along the way did not fill the void. So Bobby P graduated to vodka. Bobby P loved vodka. It started off with my enjoyment of it being chilled. Still can't drink the shit warm. So it slowly progressed to 2 drinks a night. Along the way, 4 drinks, 6 drinks. Then I was up to a 5th a night easily. Then I started to drink all day from the moment I got up. And the reason why I got up prematurely is because my body was telling me it needed vodka. Yeah, that simple. So I entertained my thoughts with gluttonous levels of drinking, to the point where I would wake up at 2:30 in the morning, and if I needed a drink, I would submit to the addiction and start drinking. Therefore, I would not go to work because of my drunkenness. Bob does not go to work intoxicated. Never has, never will. So it got to the point where I wasn't showering, I wasn't eating. I lost like 20 pounds. I smelled like a goat. Ugh. I smelled like a goddamn fucking farm animal. Couldn't make it to the bathroom. I was a drooling idiot. Tripping over shit, running into walls, falling over, falling out of my chair. It was time to go in. So finally I went in. Drunk as a skunk. They had to transport me to my bed via wheelchair. My blood alcohol level was like 0.18 or some shit like that. I was fucked up. I was saturated in the poison we all know as vodka. So I saw my doctor inside. The detox, by the way, was no fun. I exhibited all the classic symptoms: sweating, irritation, shaking, I slept good because I was medicated. They used Ativan. Without Ativan, I would have been a shivering mess, like a cat shitting razor blades. Great analogy, Bob. Thank you very much. So, my doctor walked in. He said, "Hey, Bob," and I know him like a brother, like a friend for like 20 years. He said, detox and outpatient treatment just doesn't seem enough for you. And of course I agreed. I said, "What's the alternative this time, Doc?" He said, "Residential treatment." So I took my happy ass up northwest. I'd say probably about 40 to 50 miles northwest of my comfy abode right here in Chicago, Illinois. And it was very repetitive and very structured. And I could understand that. Believe me, I could. It was almost like boot camp. So I got a job like everybody does when they enter residential treatment. I was in the laundry room. And some days were busier than others, believe me. One night we got 8 admissions. I was a fucking laundry washing motherfucker, believe me. I have no reason to lie. So I worked hard, and I did all the packets they gave to me. Packets about my disease. Yes, it is a disease. They make the analogy all the time. If you're a diabetic, are you going to refuse insulin? Of course not. You'll end up a limbless, depressed person. So anybody with diabetes, I'm just shedding a light on a disease in which a relative of mine, a cousin of mine, has. And he was born with 1 kidney. It is an epidemic, people. So, I survived, obviously. I survived residential treatment. And I am still practicing the disciplines they instilled in me. All right? I didn't agree with some of the counselors, mainly one counselor. He ran it like it was boot camp, and he was the drill sergeant. Kudos. Let me just call him Benny, all right? I want to protect this man's anonymity. Although, I wish I hadn't, or don't, because the guy was a real prick, let me tell you. Yep, Benny and I did not see eye to eye. All right, we're coming up on the 8-minute mark. So I got out of residential treatment, and I'm doing fine. Now I am in outpatient treatment. And they got me doing homework. I'm going to meetings. I'm reading. I'm learning a lot about my problem, my addiction, my disease. All right, boys and girls, it's time to go. Without further ado, I got shit to do. This is Bob Plackno, signing off, and as always, have a glorious day. And don't eat the yellow snow.